Okay. I've got one thing I need to do first. Give me just 1 second. I lost it there. Yeah, I'm late. I'm sorry, I'm late. Again, that's 3 days in a row, I think. And there it is. I should have been here like a minute ago. It was probably closer to like 7 minutes ago. But I'm here, and I will tell you that that 15 minutes ago, I was sleeping comfortably in my bed, and Mrs. R.A. Gently came and shook my shoulder and said, "Are you gonna go live today?" And I said, "What time is it?" And she said, "Oh, you've got plenty of time. You got 15 minutes." And 15 minutes is not plenty of time, just for the record. But I'm so glad she did wake me up. It was a rough night. I was up. It was about 2:30, and was up for about 2.5 hours working on stuff. You know, it's one of those nights when you wake up, it's like I can't sleep, but now I stayed up, and now I'm really tired. So I went back to bed, and then here we are. But we have some good stuff for today. First of all, we're going to travel to Arkansas today for a ride-along, police ride-along, 2 police ride-alongs. Sorry, that might not have looked the best for those of you in UK. I was trying to count to the number 2, but I did it the wrong direction. Looks like the Vickers, I think. Abby can confirm that. Not intended that way, though. Not intended. As Sarah Boone would say. It was not intentional. Let's see. Let's get some cameras turned on here. Yep, the sun is on me. The big sun is turned on right now, and it's all the way bright. Let's see what we have here this morning. Golden Mom, congratulations on being first in chat again. This is your turn to get it right. And guess what, Golden Mom? I did a lot of work on my internet yesterday. We did some. Let's see. I did some hardware work on my internet. Spent a good long time on the phone with some technicians from my ISP. Optimum is what they call themselves. Misnomer, if you ask me. I don't think that they are the optimum solution, but that's what they say they are. And after two long phone calls, basically they said we need to send somebody out to fix it. And I said, you don't need to send someone out to fix it. I know what the problem is. The problem is your guy put an attenuator on my modem. He basically turned the volume down on the internet signal, and now my modem can't hear the internet. You know, on a technical standpoint, like we'll have to send somebody out and say, look, I've done some pretty high level internet type work for the government, like Department of Defense type stuff, and I'm pretty sure I can figure out how to make an internet modem work. So let me just tell you, and I told the lady who I was talking to, when we hang up, this is what I'm going to do to fix my modem. Now, you can still send the technician, and he's scheduled to come tomorrow. But when he arrives, he'll find that everything is working normally, as it should. The speed is super high. The latency is gone. And it's because I removed this right here. This is a splitter that they put in for no good reason at all other than to make my internet not work. And I told them over and over that's a problem, but I took it out, and guess what? It works now. Ta-da! I fixed it. So Golden Mom, internet should be fixed today. So thank you very much. It is yours for the rest of the day, though. So please do take care of it. AJ, good morning. It's good to have you here today. Hope things are going well for you in your situation there. Hope everything turns out great. Let's see. Tina's here. TW won 28 dimes yesterday. It was our good luck wish that made that happen. Up the big 2-8 on the dime count. So that's congratulations there. Sheep's Head was good to you. Katrina's here. AJ says 6 a.m. in Seattle. Whew, oh my goodness, Seattle, you're up super early. I'm glad I let you sleep in just a couple minutes. Good morning, Pauline, Kimberly, Bella, sunny Florida mom's here. Tony Fortune says good morning. Hope everyone is feeling well. We're getting ready to go on a police chase. It's not a current police chase. There was one yesterday, but it was a bit of a letdown, if you ask me. The one yesterday out of California, and I do appreciate. First of all, I appreciate everyone who texted me and said, "Hey, we've got a chase. Here's the link." And of course, the one meeting I have a week during the week in the evening. That's when things happen. And when we've had verdicts come in while I'm in that meeting, we've had, everything happens during that meeting. So sure enough, there's a police chase during that meeting. So I'm sitting there in my meeting, sort of also watching on my phone. I got my phone out and just like keeping an eye on the chase and texting you guys back and forth. And it was one of those low speed chases where they follow all the rules. And the bizarre thing about it is I didn't see any spike strips. I didn't see any attempted pit maneuvers. Of course, I'm like peeking as I can during the meeting. And the way it ended is basically one of the highway patrol officers just rolled up next to him when he came to a stop at a stop sign, rolled down his window and talked to him for a while. And the guy's talking and everything. And then, the guy wasn't paying attention. They just pulled the car in front of him so he couldn't drive away. And it's like, chase is over. So it was a little anticlimactic like that, but it was good as far as nobody got hurt. Georgia, good morning. Carly, Ginger. Hey, look, Recovery Addicts here. It's about time you showed up, dude. I'm here. Lindsay, Ann, my mind boggles. Hi, everyone, and welcome. We do have a couple new people here today. So if you do see somebody whose name you don't recognize, please give them a shout out and a welcome. We've had a few people who have texted me and said, hey, I just found your channel, and it's amazing. And I said, well, you must have found my chat group because they are amazing, and I just love being with them. Weather Watch is here. Good morning, all. Good morning, Weather Watch. Good to have you. Cup of Joe, I'm falling way behind. Okay, let's see. Who did I miss? Abby UK, thanks for being here. Kimberly Sartini, Fancy 49, Samantha Terry. Okay, I've missed a few. I'm trying to skim and just get the people I missed here. Linda Hill, good morning. Got my mug. Great news, Linda. That is awesome. I got another text. Was that from you? Somebody who had 2 mugs and gave one away. That was a big hit, and that's awesome. These mugs are great for gifting. Let's see. Oh, AJ. The RA mug was a hit with my mom, and I've got a picture of the mug with hot chocolate, marshmallows, everything, and bow. It looks fantastic. I'll see if I can post that here soon. Let's see. Good morning, Addicts. Do I have my sound turned on? Hang on. I don't. Now I do. So sound should work now, I think. We'll have to test that. Actually, I'll test that here. Well, just let me catch up on chat. Okay, too many things to do at once. The sun is super bright, so I'm just going to keep looking this way, if that's all right. And I'll stay small on the screen. Once the sun's gone, I'll go big screen. I don't want to blind you guys as badly as I'm blinded. Abby's giving out hugs to everybody, so that you should all feel hugged. Denise, good to have you here. Good morning, Addicts. AJ says, I can't sleep. Too much holidays and employment. With the holidays and employment, yeah, that's a lot of stress on both fronts. And AJ, I hope everything sorts itself out here soon. The holidays are just about over. They will, but I realize the other one has a lot of work. Sandy Field says, good morning. Good morning, all. MM Jones, good morning. Eileen is late. Hey, it's okay. I'll give you guys a pass, Gordon. The old V sign. Yeah, I threw that one on accident. That's how I roll in the morning. Oh yeah. Okay. Toxic here. Katrina, Abby, Fancy 49, AJ. Let's see. Hi, lovely peoples. Welcome to this amazing channel. Please hit the like button. Thank you very much. Mr. 80s Music is here. Good morning. Good to have you. Samantha Terry, Lane RN. Just about finishing roll call here. Is there anyone whose name I have not read? You might have to raise your hand here so we can just get you down. Eileen Stanbury. Did I read you already? I'm not sure. Welcome. It's a fantastic morning. Richard, good to have you here on A Globe. Okay, good morning, mods, says Bella. Our mods are fantastic, and having so many of them in chat is amazing. Okay, Golden Mom, we might need this one again. I think I fixed it though. Yep, I think I've caught everybody. Come fix my internet, says Abby. My PC is running slow and freezing. Oh man, I could try. I've done that in the past. Not very good at doing it remotely. But Trina says beep beep. A little bit of traffic, people in front of you, road rage. Yeah, we're gonna get some car issues here in just a minute from Arkansas, because Arkansas does it different when it comes to car chases, police chases. I realize California is king, but Arkansas is different, and they're different in a way I think you'll enjoy. Okay, got everybody. I think Laura's here. Tish says good morning. Izzy Watts me says you missed me. I found you there. Anne, thank you very much.
Pickle funds for New Year Eve's party 2022 almost out the door.
Thank you very much for adding to the pickle fund. We are almost at the end of the year. We have so many awesome things coming up. I was looking at the trials that are coming up just in January. And it was like, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun year. It's a little quiet right now during the holiday season, which lets us take a slower morning, a slower pace. But it's going to get crazy. And I don't know, sometimes when these courts are all overlapping, we're just not going to have no sleep. That's what I've decided. The way we can cover it all is just stay up 24/7 to cover all the courts. Okay, let's see. I missed Carol. I missed Michelle. I missed Laura. Sorry. Let's see. I think I got most of the rest of you. JREPTX. Good morning, Addicts. JR, that's a name I don't recognize yet, but welcome. Good to have you here. If it's your first time, please make yourself welcome. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you'd like, and we'd love to have you every morning. We do this every morning, but usually we get a little cleaner start than this morning, where if you notice, the people who were here first noticed that I even hit the wrong music this morning because I slept in until about 20 minutes ago. So it's all good. We're here now. We're going to do some car chases here in just a little minute. Okay, so good morning. Tiffany Marie, good to have you as well. Georgia says, I'm addicted. I think it's just addict. I'm not sure if addicted works. But let's see. Welcome to all the new peoples. This is your new addiction. Yeah, well, just own it. Norma, good to have you here. Okay, so I think we're all caught up. Kathy says late. Kathy's okay. Kathy, you did the right thing. When you show up and you are late, as I was this morning, this is what you type in chat. You get a little reminder like this that just tells you next time don't do it. Be here, but don't be late. And it's all good. So everyone gets a pass. Stephen Lee, good to have you. We missed you the past couple days. I follow you on some other social media, so I knew you were alive and well. But good to have you back this morning. At the job number 2, yeah, you are burning the candle at both ends, my friend. But more power to you. Hope it goes well and you find the financial success and freedom you're searching for. Katrina, there may be 3,890. Wow, we're so close to 3,900. And then we'll get close to 4,000. It wouldn't be the same without you. I love that little response. Okay, we're up. Kathy says, just woke up. I did wake up too, just barely. And the sun is, it's here. It's shining right in my eyes. That's wonderful. On Globe says, positive news. They took my hospital bed away yesterday after a year, and now I'm sleeping in my own bed upstairs with my bride. Hey, that is a huge step forward. Get rid of that hospital bed. You don't need it anymore. You're on the mend, right? All right, MB, thank you for being here as well. Appreciate it. Okay, Ven says I'm still sleeping. I'm not ready to be here. Well, when you're ready to wake up, just pop in chat. We'll say hi then. Little Miss is here. We can start now. That's what I was waiting for, Little Miss. I self-identify as a millionaire, but my bank balance doesn't reflect my lifestyle choice. You know, as long as you know who you are and you're true to yourself that way, Stephen, that's what matters. The bank will recognize it eventually. my face is getting more vitamin D than it needs, which is funny because it should be like red and burnt as a result of this, but no. Instead, it's pasty white.
Test.
It's light. Test. It said fancy 49. I just said test from you. I heard a test in my speakers, but you sent a huge super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Your support of the channel does great things to allow us to continue on. And you're probably saying, let's get to work. Enough chit chat. I want to watch the car chase. But heck yeah, you got a heck yeah from Weather Watch. Thank you so much, Fancy. Everyone, please show her some love for the support she shows to the channel. That would be appreciated. So let me get our video up and ready. It is up. I just need to get it on the screen, which is not currently. So give me just 5 seconds. Okay, we'll pull this one in first. And it's going to go over here. I cannot see worth anything. For the new year, I'm going to get like blinds or curtains or something. This is so bad. All right, here we go. And multi-view. Ready, 3, and take. Here we go. Okay. Is that working? Is that rolling? It says it is. Do we have audio? It should be. Audio follows video is on. So we're just waiting. Okay, they've just turned on the lights. So we get 30 seconds of silence before the because it's what you're seeing right now is the 30 seconds before they turn the lights on. This is how car chases work. As the dash cam automatically records, but it records 30 seconds before you turn the lights on. So when you start playing, you get the background before they flip the lights on. Okay, so that's why all car chases start off silent like this, pretty much, unless somebody's trimmed that off. And Fancy says, to help with the documents you requested, thank you. I'm waiting anxiously for these documents because it's going to be so much fun. I'm hoping California comes through probably here soon. They seem to be closer to getting me the documents than Florida is. But let's see. Should have some sound in just a second. We're waiting, and okay, you can see that already. You can't even see it. You guys need to say, hey, I can't see it. There we go. I was watching it, and you guys were probably saying we can't see anything. Okay, so here's what we got. You haven't missed much, but this what's important during this chase is that the police officer is in Arkansas. That's the notable difference.
Copy, quarter exit.
No, this is like 3 minutes into the chase, okay? And he's like, let's go for a pit maneuver. It's like they don't put up with crap at all in Arkansas. It's like, hey, the minute you start running for me, your car is fair game for my bumper, which I love about Arkansas. And also, they don't have the whole restriction, it's got to be under 35 miles an hour, over 18. No, it's just like, hit him. It's like bumper cars. And you'll hear on the radio, they're just saying, hey, if you get a chance, get a chance. Oh, so close. Sorry, the officer was a little disappointed in missing that one. And you can hear the engine revving in the background. This is why you don't buy a used police car, because these things get driven harder than any other car you've ever seen. KKD, good to have you here. Okay, so we can hear we've got at least 2 police cars in the chase now.
If you're going to continue east on Reddington, but you're going to parallel with them there at the curve.
I love these as well.
Westbound Wellington.
Westbound Wellington. Can we copy? Good.
Did I put Arkansas? Did I spell it wrong? No, AK is Alaska, right? You need a simulator seat that has like the shock absorbers that moves with you, sort of like the Disneyland rides. And then you need to, oh, that's okay, so they already got spikes lined up. Okay. Let's
Wrong way on interstate.
wrong way on the interstate. And the cop's like, and I'm following.
Wrong way on interstate.
Watch how many cops are following this guy headed the wrong way on the freeway. Because he's going to flip a UE right here, and then you'll see some of the other guys.
Copy that.
Okay, he's getting ready to go back north.
He's going for the pit right there. And everybody's headed the wrong way on the interstate. Can we do this in VR? I would love it. I love the dash cam. Of course, anytime you have dash cam footage, it's not live, because this is after the police released the video. But there's nothing like being inside the car in a ride-along during a police chase. I'm actually going to need somebody who's familiar with Arkansas to recognize the roads. We might have to do a quick Google search, because all I know is this is Arkansas. I think it's the state police, so I don't know which part of the state it is, but take a look at some of this.
Information 5 is in an extra minute, and is very close.
So it's like, just FYI, we've got somebody who looks like a citizen who's out there in the chase as well. He's just undercover. This video came out on a channel that shares these videos. I think they do the FOIA requests to get them, but they didn't say the date that it occurred, but it came out within the last week. So this may be fairly recent, but it's one I hadn't seen before, but I just don't have the date of when this happened. I will tell you that if you haven't, most police departments allow you to do ride-alongs. However, most police departments will not allow the officer to participate in a chase with you doing a ride-along. But at the same time, some will, and I've been there. I've hit that triple-digit benchmark in the passenger seat with a sheriff's officer who's completely comfortable doing it. Just like, yeah, we're going to keep taking it up to 110, catching up to this driver. And it is a rush, especially because we're driving down the center lane of the 4 lane, 2 lanes each direction. It was crazy. Yeah, Abby, there's one police officer in particular in Arkansas, a state deputy. His last name is Byrd, B-Y-R-D, and this guy has like more pit maneuvers to his name, like notched on his belt, than any other officer. And you can actually find highlight reels of just his pit maneuvers, like just the ones that he's got alone in Arkansas. And it's bizarre. He puts up with no guff from anybody. He just takes them out. Mom's in. Good. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. We're watching. We're doing a ride along from Arkansas right now. We're going to have 2 of them, as a matter of fact. This is the first one. Yes, he will.
I'm unable to right now. East on Joyce.
Katrina's getting her morning started with a bang. Ducks whole head in coffee vats.
Get up to another stop sign or somebody slows down or some problem.
So he said, if he slows down, I'm just going to try to ram him in the back. It's not even like, hey, we're going to go for a pit maneuver up here. It's just like, I'm just going to hit him. Just hit him. They don't care. We're going to bring this to a stop one way or another. This was TW on the way to Sheepshead yesterday. Made it. Hopefully it didn't end the way this one does. Let's see, a little context. What was that? Who was asking here? AJ, I wish we knew. All we got is Arkansas police chase, and this is a new video I hadn't seen before. We get a little bit of information at the end of the chase, so we can infer that what's happened, and we can listen. I didn't listen very closely to what was happening, what's said at the end of the chase, but you get to see something interesting. It's a little boring for a second, and it's through I believe a broken window, which gives you an idea how this ends. But we get to see some cool stuff. I heard about it from a channel I follow that mostly posts Arkansas police chases. So it came with very little information. The next one will have some date information from about the middle of this month, from a couple weeks ago. But I don't have the date on this one. Lee here, good to have you here. Glad you got to see some family. Sorry to hear about the dog. $120 on the Autobahn. Yeah, that's like the on-ramp speed, right? I love hearing this engine. Just... Lee, all we know this is Arkansas, and I think this is state police. Weatherwatch says, I wanted to ride along with my good buddy from the local PD. We got in a foot pursuit that he let me join in on. Yes, he got written up. Oh, man. But you got the memory of a lifetime. And he's like, it was worth it. You know, I'll take the ride up. He loves you that much. That's a good friend. Good morning, Nana Geek. Just getting over COVID, sick for 2 weeks. Hopefully you're on the mend and you'll be good and healthy for a good long time. Glad to have you back with us. Little Miss, I did watch some of those. Some of them seem to be audio only, like radio links to things. But there's some good ones in there. I'm not sure if we'll use those.
You're going to be intersecting
That's fast. 130 in a 1972 anything is fast. Good day, Franco. Welcome. Hop in for the ride along. Take a seat. Buckle up. It's going to be a little bit rough here in a minute. So hang on to something.
Yeah, well, I think that's what it is. I can see green lights up there.
Yeah, you're going to coach. You're going to be, your next major intersection is going to be John Tyson to the left, Hutton Lane to the right.
You could probably do a Google search and find out where they are based on the road names.
Traffic light, and I've got Springville Public Service.
So Spring Hill.
What's your speed?
64 miles an hour.
The funny thing about State Trooper Bird in his chases, you'll hear like the engine just like right when he starts turning the corner and starts flooring up. He'll make a radio call and say, hey, the speed's this, and he'll call his speed right at that time, but then you hear him do like another 60 miles an hour on top of that. So he calls out the speed first, which always seems to be, we're doing 80 miles an hour, and then it's up to 120. It's like light traffic. Mrs. R.A. just brought me a True Crime Addict mug full of hot chocolate, which is the good stuff. And it's very hot. But my voice needs it this morning, man. Get him! Get him! That is a pit maneuver, folks. All you California officers, this is how you stop a vehicle.
the location exactly. I'll try to get you exactly where he's at this second. I think I'm on by the co-coach. He's going to be 265 on downtown.
I was waiting for somebody to play that audio. Okay, so
Are we going to address subject matter jurisdiction?
he's going to get the full address here in just a minute. So the cop's engine is smoldering a little bit here. It's going to clear up shortly.
Copy. Go for it.
So in just a minute, they're going to turn off the sirens. Once they get everybody in custody, there we go. Okay, so now we get a little bit of audio. So we get to enjoy this view. The window's a little cracked. It probably will need to be washed at least before they drive the car again. No, I think they just might have totaled that place. But suspects on the ground in cuffs.
Something's been on. You got a chance? Can you call me at 1011, please? Will do.
The officer's not being very nice to him. But it's clearing up a little bit. Now watch. I think it's this one. Give us a minute. I think this one ends with little information about why they stopped the guy. Now what's the officer holding there? Is that paper? Is that stacks and stacks of paper? It looks like paper to me. I'm guessing at least 20s.
We don't need an action report. We'll just get the estimates and turn in with a pursuit report.
There's a lot of cash right there, and it's not illegal to have a lot of cash until it is.
They're pretty swinged up.
Let's keep two officers watching the money at all times.
Just be safe. 121-978-121-978. It's in Washington County.
This was in his pockets. This was in the pockets of the person they just pulled over. Oh, that escalated quickly. Oh man, I wonder if I can use that sound. That would be a fantastic sound. That's a great idea. This officer, he's never seen money like this before. His eyes are so big. He's like, "There's more. There's more." He's sorting it up. Okay, we've got the camera straightened out. And this is actually good news. We're keeping the money on camera as it's counted. It's a safety for the officer as well as the individual whose money it is, because if it's not illegal gains, they might be getting it back, and they would like, it's good to know exactly how much was there. Yeah, this was as KQD said. Well, let's see, where was that? We had contact. Definitely broken radiator. Weather watch. There's no sorry I rammed you. It's like, hey, we had to stop the car, and I did. And now he's putting it in stacks, right? I think he's got the hundreds and the 20s and everything separated, and he's still just got more and more and more to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 100. On top of that 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it just keeps going and going. I think the policeman was in the best situation. In a T-bone situation like that, the policeman hopefully had his seatbelt on, first of all, and would have had the benefit of that to slow his impact and not like run into the steering wheel. I didn't see the airbag deploy. Well, yeah, I did. Look at that. It looks like on the right-hand side of the view, it looks like there is an airbag right there, which is probably what sent the camera squampus. They were throwing stuff.
28.
They threw a pop bottle. They threw a bunch of baggies. So we've got a drug situation. I'm not sure if that was what the original want was for, but now it's going to be major charges, which means that this money is not going to be.
All my units are out of commission.
We don't know what the original want was. This chase was delivered with no frills. All we know is Arkansas, and they put a stop to it. Call Auto Glass. Yep, they'll get it repaired in 30 minutes or less. They'll even come to your work, right? It was an action-packed takeout. It was fantastic. Okay, we're going to watch for just a minute. I couldn't pit him, so I just rammed him. So that was Fayetteville. He missed him. That officer back there was the driver of this vehicle. So he's doing okay. But you'll see this at police stops if you ever do a ride along, especially if it's in a ride along where there are multiple jurisdictions, like a sheriff and a city covers the same area. When they do stop a vehicle that has, it has something in it. Look at the fingers he's holding up. Look at the officer. He's holding up the fingers. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. They ran up. The guy's losing count of all this money as he's stacking it up. Anyway, when you go to a traffic stop like this, you'll find oftentimes the police will set up on the hood of the car the drug bags or the cash or the beer bottles if it's a DUI or something, and it's just like sort of bragging. That's not a paycheck, he says. So they're going to bag all that cash. They're looking for the stuff he was throwing out now. All those dents need to be buffed out. That'll buff right out, though, Mr. 80s. Yeah, it did change pretty quickly. I think there was a cut in the video. But yeah, Arkansas goes through cop cars fast. I don't know where they buy them. They must get them on special because they treat them like they're cheap. Yeah, that is a lot of Pokemon cards there. Folding money. My money don't jiggle, it folds, right? Them cops are cute, says Ann. This is really why Ann watches the chases. And I think the general consensus here from the police officers is this is drug dealer money. So the money's all bagged up. Here's the bad guy.
Why you gotta be like this? Turn on these people out here.
This is the back seat of the car. It replays. So we're hearing it from 2 angles.
Why you gotta be like this? Turn on these people out here. I'm not trying to hurt you.
I didn't even hit him, but y'all hit me.
Get in the car.
Y'all hit me.
You dang right.
You fucking stupid motherfuckers can't even fucking drive.
Woo! Y'all hit me. I didn't hit no one.
You hit him, but y'all hit me.
Get in the car.
Y'all hit me.
You dang right.
You fucking stupid motherfuckers can't even fucking drive.
He blames the police officer for hitting him because they can't drive. And he does so with in a very flowery languch. We'll watch. We'll have a couple more replays. This, unfortunately, was the passenger, and she is not happy about the situation she's in. But they share this video as she's in tears, just not happy to be there. But watch how quick the tears stop. They're checking her pockets here, and she's got those shredded jeans, where basically her pockets are hanging out the front of the jeans. I don't know. It's a style that that kids like, I guess. His mouth was pretty bad. Tase him. I think we'll get a taser. Oh, I'm not sure if the taser's on the other one. I watched one. We might not include it that has a taser in it, but it's off camera. Where did this occur? This is Arkansas reviewer. We're enjoying a little Arkansas action where they don't take no for an answer when it comes to a police stop. Sometimes they'll pit you within the first 30 seconds after you run from a cop. Poor girl. And the cops are gone, so... Tears. She's done crying. That was a show. And we watched the dash cam of the same thing. It's almost like she was more interested in what was being said on the radio than the fact that she was crying. Okay, and that's where it ends right there. Okay, so that's chase number one. Chase number two is a little bit quicker. The chase number two. Let me, as I get that one ready. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Started playing the wrong chase. We'll get that fixed here. I'm going to go back. We're going to watch. Where is it? When we're done, we're going to go back and watch the impact on that one. So don't let me forget that. Where was that? Right here, I think. Okay. Going to save that. Okay, and then almost there. Just one more minute. So now this one's coming over. Okay, so this one, this chase, this happened. It's got a date on there. This is brought to us courtesy of LRHN, which is Little Rock, something. I can't remember the name. Let's see, Little Rock. Well, it's all over the screen. Anyway, so courtesy of him, I think he's the one who did the Freedom of Information Act request to get the information. Doesn't provide much more info other than that it's a Cowboys fan that's going to get, that's going to meet an officer up close and personal. And it's relatively quick. We've only got about 12 minutes, including the after chase portion. So let's bring that up here and let's roll it. And once again, no sound at the beginning. But the sound is turned on, so here we go. Also in Arkansas, this one's dated the 18th of December. It looks like just about noon. So we've got some great light on this one. And we get the GPS up in the top corner with the speed of 40 miles an hour or so. We'll get to see what's happening. And see the guy's signaling. He's going to turn. He signaled to the right. But the cop lights him up anyway. And I think it's because his left headlight was missing. Kathleen, thanks for becoming a subscriber. I think you'll find a good group here. Welcome. There's no topic that's safe from us. Cop's already moving in. It's like, okay, there was contact right there, corner to corner. You can see a little dent in the car. The driver obviously knows now that the officer is trying to stop his car. Okay, not quite textbook as far as pit maneuvers go, but we'll take it. That was not a pit. That was a full-on crash. Now the guy's hands are up. What does the officer do? He cleans the windshield so we get a good view. Thank you very much for thinking of us.
Get out of the car. Put it in park. Come around the front of your truck. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Get down on the ground.
He's like, I'm getting on.
Sorry, sir. I wouldn't.
Put your hands behind your back.
It's too late for sorry at this point.
Put your hands. Don't be reaching for nothing. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not reaching for anything, sir. I got a small pocket knife in this pocket.
All right.
I've got a small pocket knife, he says.
Sir, I'm in the room. I didn't even run for no reason. I just fought with my girlfriend and.
Well,
I'm sorry.
you done messed up both of our cars because you think you want to run.
So, I was waiting at you. I was going to pull over. I swear. But I mean, it's too late now. Shit.
He's like, I didn't even run for no reason. I just fought
You
with my
okay?
girlfriend. Just decided
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
to heck with it.
10:15. All right, come up on his knee.
Hey, sir, did you not grab that shit right there?
10-4. Car's messed up.
Dallas, thanks for being
I
here.
was waving at you, man. I was telling you I was going to kill him. Because I ran for no reason. Me and my girlfriend was fighting. I was just stripped out. It's only not forgot.
What is this?
That's a screwdriver.
He's got a screwdriver in his pocket. Like, what is this? That's a screwdriver. So when you said, do you have any weapons on
I'm going
you?
to need a 10-11 for his. I think mine's drivable, I think.
1011's a tow truck. He says, we're going to need a tow truck for him.
Yeah, I was
My
trying to
cop
get your
car's
attention
all
while I
right.
was waving at you. Before you, I didn't know you was going to hit me.
Yeah, that's Arkansas State Police. It's
Yes,
only
sir, I
you
understand,
don't run
sir.
from us, we'll put you in the ditch.
I understand, sir. I understand.
You don't run from us, we'll put you in the ditch. That's like their slogan. Arkansas State
What's your
Police
name?
Michael
slogan.
Butler.
What's wrong with your leg?
Which was,
It's all swollen up.
I had cellulitis one time, and it just swells up all the time.
So you're okay now?
Well, this leg over here is injured, but not from you.
Okay.
Can you put my jacket? No, no.
Have your seat.
Damn, I done run.
Is there anything illegal in the truck?
He's going to say some bad words, sorry.
No meth or nothing?
No, sir.
Any guns?
No, there's no weapons in the truck.
What's in there?
The
You
truck?
don't seem like, yeah, you don't seem like you're...
No, I've been fighting with my girlfriend all day,
Yeah.
and me and my girlfriend's been fighting. I don't have no warrants or anything, so.
It's like, I have no reason
You're
to
just
run.
running because you're mad.
Yeah. And I realized when I slowed down, I was waving at you. I was telling you I was gonna go ahead and stop.
I was going to stop.
I'm good. hey, I'm good. You can put it in there. I'm going to move off the road. Thank you.
No, there's nothing illegal in the truck. But me and her was fighting, and I just said fuck it, and I hit the gas, and then I realized what I was doing, and so I went to play you down. I was gonna tell you I was gonna stop, then you hit me. I was like, oh shit.
He rolled down the window to wave at the officer to tell him he was going to stop as he's speeding down the road. Officer's like, it's too late. You had your chance. Now your car is mine.
There's nothing illegal in here?
But you can search.
Okay.
You don't need consent at this point. The officer will search the car when you're in custody. But he did give consent, said you can search.
Fuck,
Take
man.
that. Yeah.
I can't believe I did that.
Debbie, thanks for being here. Hope you're doing great this morning.
That was stupid.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
I was mad.
I was pulling you over because you didn't have a headlight or a blinker on that truck. That's all I was going to pull you over for.
I did have a blinker on, but I had my blinker on.
I'm talking about you ain't got a
Oh
headlight or a
yeah,
blinker.
yes sir,
period.
you're right. You're right about that, yeah.
So he's missing the other headlight blinker, the driver's side. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with the truck. The front looks a little modified. Like it's missing the grill type thing. can I get it? I didn't do nothing. It's close, but he realizes that he messed up here. And this is also something different about Arkansas and California. They don't have a ton of traffic.
Northbound to 19, I just pitted a car out that was running from me.
But he's going to go ahead and move that car off the road. This guy's, first of all, he's not comfortable. He's like, why did I do that? Well, he's got a lot of time to figure that out. He wants someone to hear about this fight with the girlfriend. Right? Clearly, he was not in the wrong, and he feels that way. But, yeah. Got a little bit more here.
Man, fuck. Why did I do that, man?
I'm good. He's 10-15. Just his truck's halfway out the road.
Debbie, no, we'll take your word for it. No doctor's note needed. You've signed in by saying late, so that's good enough. We're glad you're here. Yeah, this is not a good way to increase the value of your vehicle. TW. His members only jacket is illegal. Aftermarket headlights. Just more money. But you saw there, it messed up both cars. They were sort of side by side doing the NASCAR, a little bit of rubbing. Not bumper to bumper, but side to side. So I'm sure those tires, which stick out from that car a little bit, did a number on the police officer's vehicle as well, although it's mostly cosmetic. It's still some damage, and they'll be charged for that. Mr. 80s fan says, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Why can't it be a Browns fan? Corina, yes.
There's a lawsuit.
Don't let your emotions master you, because this is just one of the outcomes. Yeah. It would have been a fix-it ticket, Georgia. Really. I mean, there it is. You can see there's no headlight there. Cop takes it for a spin. It's like, oh, nice truck. Pulls it off the road. In California, I think they'd still be doing like crime scene tape across the whole freeway. They tend to shut down the road. But it gets it off the road. It's facing the wrong direction, but they're going to tow it anyway. So a little Bondo, and that'll be just good as new, I think, really. J-Kid says, morning, just joined in the middle of this. You missed the fun parts. We'll have to go back and watch them. I think I'll rewind the first one so you can see the impact. Because we're just talking about how Arkansas just does it differently when it comes to police chases. They don't put up with anything, and it's if you watch, they have some. There's some pits that they do on vehicles that are over 100 miles an hour that end with the driver in a body bag. That's all I can say. It's just they don't put up with those chases. They look at this and they say it's either the driver or somebody they're going to hit. Thank you for the editing, Mr. 80s music. Yeah, I think the girlfriend probably made the right decision in this one. Hopefully she's no longer in the picture. Rub some dirt on it, nobody will notice. Yeah, I can't tell if the radiator's gone or if just the grill. I'm thinking it's just the grill on the front. And that we might be looking at his radiator.
That tag number?
Yeah, this is not the type of modification you want in your truck. Nobody thinks it's cool to have it all beat up. At least he's got bragging rights. It's like, I was not going to get a fix-it ticket. And it's true, he won't. He probably won't even be written up for the missing headlights.
Yeah, he said, I ain't got no warrants or nothing, man. Me and my girlfriend been fighting all day. He's like, I was going to pull over, and then you hit me. But man, you don't run from the state police.
This is a slogan. You don't run from us. We don't care.
What is this crap?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. He's doing them one needle at a time with that little pin.
All right. So that was it. Fun little chases out of Arkansas. Thought I'd bring you along for the ride because they do it differently, and it's just fabulous. You never get the helicopter view in Arkansas, unfortunately. That's just not something they really have. They just don't have need for a helicopter eye in the sky type thing that you do in some of the big cities like in California and stuff like that. Dallas, all those fun areas where we get all those fun police chases, which we love watching. But it's not the same as being on board during this. I'm behind on chat, which sort of defeats the purpose of having very low latency, which we have today. I'm virtually when I say something, you're hearing it within like a second of me saying it, because my internet is working, thanks to me fixing it myself, and of course Golden Mom and keeping it up and running. Let's see, my eye's doing better than what my doctor expected. Wonderful, Debbie. That is wonderful. Hopefully you can see us all clearly. That's great. Do you see the one from yesterday in LA? Yes, Jakehead. I was looking at that. I'm not sure. Did you? You might have been one of the people that reached out to me on the burner phone regarding that one. It was a pathetic chase, and I'm sort of glad I didn't cover it because I would sort of be embarrassed to have made a headline that says police chase, when really it was just like it was more like a funeral procession where the cops were in back. It was slow. They followed all the traffic laws. I mean, there was signals, everything stopped at the stop signs. There was a little bit of violation, but every chance. I mean, if an Arkansas cop would have had him in the ditch, 10 seconds into that chase, but no, they just let it go and go and go through town, and finally they just talked him to death by rolling up the window and just talking to him, and finally the guys, they tricked him and parked in front of him, and it was over. But yeah, it was a good outcome from a law enforcement standpoint, but not from our standpoint, right? We want to see the spike strips. We want to see the pit maneuvers. Obviously, we don't want to see anyone get hurt, and for that reason, it was a very good outcome, and there was no loss of resources on the police department side or innocent bystanders that were affected by it. But the sun's gone. I'm still. Why am I not in focus? It's focusing on my microphone. That's awful. Let's see if I can fix that. Boom. Now I'm sort of in focus. All right. 6 police cars with a standoff for 15 minutes. Yeah, they have to end with a standoff. I think it's mandatory in California. Lars says, good morning. Love these videos. We're going to do more of them as long as courts aren't busy. We do have one thing happening today. I believe I'm not sure if it'll be televised, so I'm not going to promise this, but the mom that cyber bullied her daughter has a hearing today. At least she's scheduled for that. I don't know if that'll be televised anywhere, but that's going to be, it's out of Michigan, right? Let's see. Michigan has...
There's a lawsuit.
Yep. Love the lawsuits. Let's see what we have. It was out of Isabella County in Michigan, that mom situation. I'm just taking a quick look. They have a website. It's called My Court, M-I Court, virtual courtroom directory. And they have a link to the virtual courtrooms. And so if that hearing is going to happen in one of the courts we have a link to, which we have 21st Circuit Court in Mount Pleasant with a couple judges and magistrates. If it happens there, I can keep an eye out on that, and we might be able to go live and bring you that little hearing. Who said I can't call you that name? Mr. 80s Music Man. Drop to the man. I could do 4K now. Richard, yes and no. One of my hardware pieces, the switcher, which I've never shown you the switcher I use to run this, but it's a really cool device. It's about yay big. It has 211 buttons on it. It really does. And about 15 plugs on the back, and it's just fantastic. It's one of my favorite toys ever. It's limited to 1080p. The 4K switchers cost a couple thousand more than what this one cost, and this one was already up. I think it was around $1,700. So it's expensive to go 4K all the way through. My camera could do it, so I could run a straight camera 4K, but yeah, that's gonna be tough. Down the road, we'll get there at one point. Okay, so where were we in chat? We'll catch up here. Arkansas Magnet Fisher and Metal Detecting, good to have you here. I saw you pop in there just earlier. Hope you and your wife are doing great. Why can't anybody do a car chase in a hot rod Lincoln? Seriously, let's put the request out. See if somebody could steal a hot rod Lincoln and have a chopper follow. This actually fascinates me, says Kathy. What makes someone think I should run because I don't want a ticket? Oops, now I have a felony. You know, sometimes there's something in the vehicle that's a problem. Obviously, the guys that allegedly were dealing drugs and had a whole bunch of drugs and cash in the car. Yeah, it's going to end badly for them, even if it's just a ticket, because the cops can go up there and be like, why does it smell like marijuana? Get a search, find everything. It also ends badly. But really, at that point, the decision was not to deal drugs. That's what you should have chosen. Don't deal drugs, and then you won't be in that situation. But, you know, very rarely is somebody in a situation they have no control over that ends up with them having a criminal record. Too lazy to check, but we have the GPS coordinates, so we could track the chase. Yeah, that we could have done that. Let's see, they're using this video for commercial for safer streets in Arkansas. They do. Seriously, the officers, they love this is like the message they send out. You know, there was a little town, I forget where I was. I think it was in Wyoming or Colorado that I visited as a kid. I don't even remember what it was for. I think it was some sort of family reunion or something. But as you drive into this little tiny town, it's like population 500 or something. There's a big, huge billboard on the side of the road that says, drive slow, see our city. Drive fast, see our jail. You know, and it's the welcome sign, and I think it says it on both sides of the sign. It's that small of a town, but that's just the message the Arkansas State Police want out there. It's like, we don't mess around. We don't care. We will take you off the road. Let's see. Mutt's Doghouse Crew says, morning. Good morning, Mutt. Good to have you here. The chase does not last long at all. Arkansas ends them too quick to get a chopper out there. Yeah, they are fast. And one other thing that bugs me, and hopefully it doesn't affect our California request, is in the couple of the recent chases I've seen with California Highway Patrol, many of the officers are not wearing body cams. Which means that their vehicles probably are the primary recording, and they probably have a wireless microphone that goes back to their camera in their car, which could affect what video we get from the dog bite incident where they were chewing on the wrong guy. You know,
why is the dog chewing on this guy?
So we'll see. But they have been in touch with me again the other day. I'm just waiting for approval from a sergeant to release the documents and the video, and we'll go from there. But the particular thing of interest I've got is that I talked to the investigator about is the audio recording that I've requested from the helicopter, because I'd love to hear what the helicopter was telling the police officer on the ground as far as who the suspect was.
There's a lawsuit.
Yeah, because that'll play important in the lawsuit situation. Just a reminder, please head over to Discord and sign the petition for the reminders so Valo Daybell Trail will be streamed. Toxic, is that issue going to be revisited? That's my question, because I know that the judge already addressed this in a hearing. It was very short notice, but 32 media companies joined together behind one lawyer in that hearing to argue for having cameras in the courtroom. The judge addressed it and said, basically, he has concerns with, believe it or not, with court TV, with what court TV did, because they specifically set up cameras and they kept zooming in on Lori Daybell during the hearing, like super close up, like right up to her face, like catch the emotion type thing. Is she sane type view. And instead of focusing on anything else that was happening in the courtroom, the arguments or anything else, it was all on her. And the judge is like, hey, that's, that I have concerns with that. And because of that, Court TV literally was the reason why it's not going to be aired on Court TV or anyone else for that matter. Which is funny because Court TV just recently they tweeted out, what's your favorite trial you can't wait to watch in 2023? Is it the Lori Daybell? It's like, hey, you're the reason why we can't watch that, and you're still advertising it if you're going to. But I don't know. So Toxic, let me know on that petition, because I haven't heard the judge was going to readdress that. I hope he does. I know that the the Eastern Idaho News is getting the audio, and we're getting it after the fact. But I sat there and listened to one of their audio recordings last night as well, and it's just so poor. They're the courtroom mics, and so anytime the lawyer steps away from the mic, you just lose the audio just that quickly, and they're constantly wandering around. It's not like in Texas where you're supposed to stay at your seat as you're questioning people and participating. As a matter of fact, in the hearing, I listened to one of the lawyers ask the judge if it was all right if he remained seated during the argument. And the judge was like, yeah, I'll allow it type thing. And so we know they're going to be walking around. It's going to be awful audio. That's just, you can hear some and you can't hear the others. The judge will hear probably all the time. But it's not going to be the best situation. So I do hope they readdress that, Toxic, for sure. And if that petition has any impact, I'd love to participate on that one. I'll do that myself. Did you ever find out what happened to the chase that abruptly ended? That was so weird. AJ, everyone lost interest. Like the police, the news, everybody, they just stopped chasing. And they may have had enough information about the individual, or they might have said, hey, it's not worth it. The want on this one is not justifying the risk to the society in general. So it's just over. Monica says, so my boss just gave birth to a baby girl this morning, and she was due on my birthday in January. Oh, it's a little early, but not too early, but still early. That's exciting though. Congratulations to your boss. Maybe you get a day off as well. Is that how it works, or do you have to do her job as well while she's out? Ditch. And I love Arkansas for that, especially the fact that they released the video. Let's see. You guys are chatting super fast. I do have some news that I'd like to share, and I think now's as good a time as any. With it being December 29th, the new year is this weekend. With the new year, we're introducing another aspect of the channel that will hopefully allow us to keep doing this for the foreseeable future. But in bringing this in, I first want to stress that we will still do what we do now, that it's not going to change, that you can come here every morning and find me going live, following court cases, police chases, a little bit of the news, and some crazy stuff, and talk about pickles and hot chocolate and everything else we love. That's not going to change. But one of the things that we actually just got approval from YouTube yesterday is they are allowing me to turn on memberships for the channel, which will allow those who want to, you don't have to, but those who want to join at a membership level where there will be a couple very small perks. Basically, it's a little way to say thank you to the people that financially support the channel, but you don't have to do that to participate. You don't have to be a member to chat. You don't have to be a member to watch anything or participate that way. But it will give them a little extra bonus as far as some emojis that are available to them in chat that I designed myself, yours truly. I'm not the best emoji designer, so I spent a lot of time, about a week, working on these, trying to get them working, and some of them have motion on them and things. I'm pretty proud of them myself. But we've got things like hot mics and pickles and things like that that are unique to the channel. But there will be 3 membership levels that are available to people where they can support, and then those members will, in chat, they'll have a badge next to their name. That badge just shows that they're a member, and I'll do a little bit as I scroll through chat. Especially one of the things I'm going to focus on is, as we're growing, it gets harder and harder to answer all the questions, and I struggle with that. And right now, I say just tag me in the question, and I'll try to answer as best I can. But as we're growing, it might be easier if I focus first on the members' questions. I'm not going to ignore everybody else, but if there's a members' question, I just want to recognize that they have supported me financially, and I do want to answer their question that way. So I'll do a little like priority for them, but everyone else, it should be the same. So that might be turned on as early as tomorrow. So we wanted to get that in place for the new year, and that's an important step that will allow me to keep doing this, because I do think this is the best job in the world, and for me to keep doing it, it has to work out. The pickles aren't free, so but that's great. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully, it will be like a seamless transition, and you might just see just a little extra fun stuff in chat for most of you. Okay, so let's catch up here on the. Let's see, where are we at? So simple solution: don't want police chasing you, then don't break the law and don't run. Right, especially in Arkansas. I mean, California recently, it's a coin toss. If you run, about half the time you're getting away. They have not been super successful as of late in some of the chases that we've seen, but this guy cracks me up every time. Posted 2 chases that happened yesterday in Discord. Let me take a look at those California chases, because one of them was super slow. I think that was it was about, I think it was like 7:30 my time that it was going on, and it just ended with the guy basically just parking and getting out. Judge ruled it's done. Yeah, that's what I thought. The Vallow family is trying to get the judge to reconsider due to the fact that a lot of them cannot afford to attend the trial. So Kathy, that is actually the best thing I can hear, because the judge's reason for limiting the cameras was to protect Lori Vallow. Basically, that was his concern. So if that side is saying, hey, reconsider, first of all, she has to get the prosecution and defense on board, because both of them were cool with no cameras, which is rare, but I hope that happens for sure. Okay, I'm super behind on chat. Let's see. East Idaho News does get the audio, but it's court audio and it stinks 100%. Kay and Larry Woodcock are also starting a letter writing campaign. I just don't know if that will reach the judge, is my concern. I don't know if it'll be effective. It's worth a try. It really is. Let's see. Video's great here, no buffering. Thank you. We upgraded this week, Tony, to gigabit internet. And then I had to fix the modem myself. Literally had to rip this piece of junk out. Basically, the internet plug goes in here. Okay, this is a BNC connector. It has a little cable. It's because it's a cable modem. It connects like a cable TV does. Connects to the back of here. And this is a splitter, and all it does is makes the signal worse coming out this end. And they put this in the line with my internet, and then they plug this into my cable modem, and then they're like, I don't know why the internet's worse. You should be having, a gigabit, 900 megabit speed range, and instead I was having worse than I had before I upgraded. And it kept dropping. That's why the stream dropped halfway through the day, and everything stuck, and my machine hung, and I had a hot mic moment myself here on this live stream, which you guys were laughing at me for. Those of you that left when I said I was leaving, you missed it because I couldn't turn off the stream. I was stuck going live because the internet was broken. Anyway, looking forward to becoming a member. Awesome, AJ. I'm excited. We're gonna turn it on here soon. I think tomorrow. Do you get pickle perks? You will have access to a pickle emoji Congratulations on the membership. It's awesome. It was a ton of work. The process to get approved for membership has to be reviewed in detail by YouTube, and basically you get one shot. So it was the spelling, the exactly how we were terming everything, and the perks, and lining up the emojis and things. You had to have all of it ready, and you submit it as a package for review. And last night they came back and gave me the thumbs up, and I was so relieved. Free pickles for life. I think that should be a perk, right? Ashley, do not worry. I love that you guys are here in chat. Really, the fact that you're here is enough for me. Granted, there are going to be some people who can support it, and that is great. But you don't have to feel like you should support. Don't feel guilted into supporting me in any way. You being here, being a member, bringing the community feel that we have here to the community is so much. And don't think that that's not enough at any time. You guys are amazing. If you're able to support, I would love it and appreciate it. But don't feel like you need to. How's the coin making going? Debbie, I'm trying to reach out to a friend who can help me because it's going slowly. I've got a friend who draws coins and has produced a coin previously, and I'm trying to get him working on that. And I'm also still up in the air on the design of what I want to be on it. So just noticed almost 4,000 people. It is so exciting. It is so exciting. And it's I will say that the Sarah Boone videos seem to be a huge draw right now as far as new members that watch the video about Sarah Boone and then join. So I think all of us are very interested in that case. I cannot wait to watch it all together. It will be a crowd. And every time there's a crowd, it does get a little crazy in here. You guys know that that some of the new people don't understand the vibe of the room. You know, they don't understand what we have going on here and how we are a pretty civil group. And we have some diverse opinions, but we get along and we appreciate everyone, what everybody brings. So occasionally when it gets crowded, when there are those busy court days, I'll just need you guys to be a little patient with some of the new guys. We'll have some people in here that are mouthing off, and we're not trying to ban everybody, but at the same time, we want to sort of welcome them and then sort of guide them into being like, hey, let's have this discussion, but let's just do it in a civil way. But I don't want you guys to be to get your feelings hurt from people who come in who just are still learning how to internet. You know, this is they've everywhere else they've been has been a little crude, has been a little crass, has been like, you know, everyone's a troll type thing, and we're not that here. So they'll come around, and hopefully we can welcome them in, and they can do that. J-Kid says, I want your job. It is the best job in the world. J-Kid, I kid you not. I have had so many jobs in my life. Let me name a few. I worked at a greenhouse when I was a kid. I was too young to work in a greenhouse, and they had to fire me because I was not old enough. And they hired me again a week and a half later because I was then old enough. I just had a birthday. So I started working in a greenhouse. I worked at McDonald's. I was a pooper scooper in a parade. You know what a pooper scooper is? A pooper scooper is the guy who pushes the wheelbarrow or carries the shovel and goes behind the horse entries in the parade and cleans the street. I've done that. I've done a whole bunch of. I've bottled water in an assembly line. I've dug ditches and buried airlines and hoses, and I've worked at the end of a kiln with bricks. I've worked in metal shops. I've done just a million different things for work, and nothing that I've done for work compares to this. I've had some amazing jobs. I've been a regional manager over a tri-state area, and for work, all I did was drive around and take people out to lunch. It was just I was the guy that was spending the money and swiping the card and hey, let's take your crew out for lunch. Let's take them out for dinner. I was the guy who was giving out the freebies and trying to win business for my company.
You are the bestest at recovery addict, smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Thank you, Tiffany Marie. I appreciate that. I love the voice as it reads out the emoji, the smiling face with rosy cheeks. Thank you for your support, Tiffany. I appreciate it. But I'm just telling you that as far as my jobs go, I've had some incredible jobs that are really good, that pay really well, and then at the end of the day, you go home and you have stress like no other, and some of them just take you away from the family. And I was always on the road or always at hotels and things like that. Nothing in my work that I've ever done has compared to the personal satisfaction and the excitement I have for doing this every day. For meeting you, for hitting that live button and hearing the music play and just the adrenaline rush, and it goes for the entire day. It's just it is the best job in the world, And to share that with you guys is amazing. Not to mention the fact that I get to meet so many of you that have just amazing lives, and some of you have huge challenges, and I get to sort of give you a virtual hug and talk to you and have this group that supports you and everything. And it's just like, it is a fun community to be a part of, and it is the best job in the world. I think Ryan Holyall says it the same way. He's discovered that same thing. He's crossed this passion with this amazing thing that's a great YouTube community. And it's fantastic. So, J-Kid, I'd love for you to have the same job. I don't want you to take my job because I want to keep doing this. Sorry, I'm getting emotional talking about it. I want to keep my job, but I'd love for you to join me. That would be great. Let me know what your topic would be, J-Kid. Would you want to do the same sort of thing with the True Crime Watch? Do we have to do candlelight chants to do incantations? Of course, Michelle. That's a requirement if you're a member. I don't join any club that would have me as a member, so sometimes alias, yeah. You have your standards and we have ours, right? My husband's friend's a cop and pulls him over all the time just to mess with him. He says, yeah, this is a joke, but never run. Let's see. All right, she shouldn't be protected. Her crime should be as public as when it was first happening. They're talking about Lori. Yeah, I think his concern was that she because she was not mentally competent to stand trial. That's the concern, because she's just barely been ruled mentally competent. They're worried that the cameras up in her face were too much, and I agree, it shouldn't be protected. And it's a bizarre case, I think, that needs a whole bunch of eyes and watching it to see what happens. Will there be a Hell Week initiation the first week? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go. This is the first time I've ever done it. KQD, have you talked with your ISP about your modem? They need to unlock your access or give it to you free. KQD, that's something I'm still working on, because my modem, I cannot control my own network right now. I can't. I mean, this is really technical stuff, but I can't do port forwarding, and I can't do MAC address filtering and things like that I was doing in the past, which is sort of a high end of network management, where I only allow certain devices, not just IPs to go through, but the fingerprint of the device, the digital fingerprint of the device, I can lock it down so my neighbors can't steal my internet, even if they have my password, things like that. But I can't do that right now. So if you're my neighbor right now, you're probably getting free internet, and it's a great speed. You're saying if I give you a nickel, I get a pickle. Basically, yes. I love that. Splitters can really mess it up. They did on my front. Debbie, he'll show up. Charlie will be here. He'll be back. There'll be a three pickle limit. Better to split after the router. Yeah. And the router they gave me only has 2 ports on it, and so I'm running that into a 5-port switch, which I need to upgrade because I have more than 5 devices that need to have simultaneous internet just here on my table. I have 2 switchers, 2 computers, and a replay machine that all need. Yeah. So yeah, I need more internet than I have here. We're laughing in a very loving way. I appreciate it. Okay, so that's where we're at with this. I'm watching this Michigan feed because that's the only other thing I really was hoping to get today. Let me share this link with you guys. Just 1 second. Now, this is just for those of you who really like to do your deep dive online and find documents and sources. And so this link is the page that Michigan says is their virtual courtroom page. And the trial that we're specifically interested in is this mom that's been harassing her own daughter online for a year with these awful messages on her phone. She's in Isabella County, and that's where the hearing is. And so when I search for Isabella County there, what I don't know is I don't know what judge she's supposed to appear in front of. but all of the courtrooms are showing offline currently. So I'm not sure if this is like an old page that never gets updated, or if this should come live as soon as the hearings begin. But anyway, I'll share that with those of you who want to take a look at that, and maybe if you have a better feed or a better source, let me know, because I'd love to watch that if it goes live. AJ says, got to go to work now to keep training my replacement. See you Addicts later. See, AJ, thanks for joining. Glad you were able to enjoy the West Coast out there. Let's see. Have a good job. Love this group. This group is amazing. It really is. Okay, I'm so far behind in chat. Whew, man. Okay, I've got to go faster here. So if I missed your question, ask it again. There's no penalty for repeating your question. We will handle the new ones like Arkansas handles their traffic citations. Just hit them. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. My question is, how did we start up with a group this large who can behave in a civil manner, but 5 newcomers can spoil it in 30 minutes? And what happens is the trolls, the ones that are really problem, they only go when they look for where there's a large group. So when we're small, I would venture that most people on the internet are good. Most people are pretty kind and considerate and can have civil discussions with people. That's the normal thing, right? It's not the exception. We aren't. I like to think we're special, because I think we are, but we aren't an exception that we're better than everybody else. I think most people can be like we are, or have that ability. But when we have a few thousand people in chat, we tend to rise up on the page, and the people who are the trolls are looking for those groups where there's a lot of people where they can stir the pot and cause problems, and that's when you get the very small percentage of people who all tend to show up, and that's why they show up there, and they do everything they can to ruin it for everybody. So that's when the mod work really gets difficult, and where you guys really shine. But I'm about to make you cry. I'm sorry, Weather Watch. The weather this week almost made us cry. So, tit for tat, we just returned the favor. J-Kid says, I'd love to do something on true crime, but I'm not knowledgeable enough. J-Kid, I was talking with a friend actually last night after the car chase was over at my meeting, and his son, he's got a young son who says this right now, his dream in life is to be a YouTuber. And I said, don't start with equipment, right? Start with having a hobby. Start with something that you like, that you could talk about to somebody with for 2 hours. If you can have a 2-hour conversation with somebody about any topic, start there. And don't worry if it's not good, if it's not polished, if you're not sure how to say things or anything like that. Just if you're able to talk with somebody and have more content for 2 hours about something, that's enough. And then keep learning about that and focus. And then get the very basic of equipment, even if it's just a laptop with a built-in monitor, a built-in camera. And go live. Just start going live, and you'll probably talk to nobody at first, like I did. It was a very, very quiet day the first day I went live. I think we had 13 people join, which I was amazed by, and I went to bed. I can still remember how I felt that first night going to bed after live streaming for most of the day and talking to 13 people. I was on cloud 9. It was like that was the most fun I've ever had. Just talking with people on the internet. It was so much fun. But that's what I'd suggest. Find something that you can talk about. If you're not quite there, find a way to learn more about that subject, or watch other people what they're doing, and say if you see somebody who's doing what you want to do, and you say, oh, but I don't like what they're doing, copy them but do it better. Make an improvement. Say, I'm going to do this differently. This is how I think it should be done, and then start with whatever equipment you have, and then slowly as it goes, build up your equipment, and you'll find you'll get there in no time at all. And eventually you'll be on the channel here with me, right? Because as soon as you can go live, we'll bring you on. So I'm excited for the suitcase trial because the majority will likely be on the same page, like everyone in DB case. Yeah, you're not going to have a split like we saw with Aaron Dean, where it was very divided on Aaron Dean. And we've got 2 groups that showed up there, but very few people are going to be like, yeah, she's right. That was not intentional. She's the odd one on this one. Are you getting paid for the commercials? I hope so. Debbie, skip the commercials if you can. Honestly, let me tell you, if If 1,000 of you watched the commercial that they force you to see at the beginning of the live stream, if 1,000 of you watched the commercial all the way through, and we go on, I'd probably get about 4 cents from 1,000 people watching it. The only time I make money really from a commercial is if one of you watches the commercial and says, hey, that looks pretty cool, I want to buy that. And then you click the commercial, and then it gets to whatever page it goes to, and then you open that and you order and you pay for it. That's when commercials pay off, and really don't do that. I haven't seen any advertisement on YouTube that I'm like, hey, I need that, and bought it. So feel free to skip the commercials. Don't feel like it's first of all, it's the amount that it helps is so small financially that it's not worth it. It's not worth your time. You're worth more than that just to be in chat with me. So that's why I try to put the commercials to say I manually select that they're skippable, because I want you to be able to skip it and join for the reason you're joining. But thanks for the thought. I appreciate you doing that. How would you kick out those who pay but misbehave? Lil Miss, we have our standards. You don't, just because you pay doesn't mean you get to ruin it for somebody. We have our rules, and we can still mute you in chat and say thanks for your donation, but we don't need that here. That's what we're doing. Will there be hazing to join this elite club of true crime addicts? No, there will be no hazing. But I may reach out to some of the members at a later point in the form of polls and things like that, just to get a feel for how things are going or how they feel about the channel, things like that. Let's see. You know what the cost for membership is going to be? I've got 3 tiers, and I think the cheapest one is just under $5 a month. Let's see. They got the money to handle the therapy. We could print our own criminal coin. I like criminal coin. I like the alliteration of that. What worries me is members chat only. That would be a bummer. Toxic. I don't like members chat only. I really don't. And you'll notice that once I go live, you'll see that is not a feature that I'm offering. The community we have here is what makes this channel what it is. And for me to say, and now you have to pay to be a part of it, would take away the core of what the channel is. And so I'm not offering that. I realize other channels do that, but to me, you guys are important, and what you brought and what you bring every day just by being here and talking and the way you behave is important. And for me to try to make another little group, an elite group, would ruin that. And I think it would crash the channel. It would. So you're not going to see that members only chat from me. Okay. Yeah, if chat gets bad, there are other ways to handle it. That guy and Toxic. What I would do if chat gets really bad is I would turn up the delay. I would say you have to be a subscriber to chat, because subscribing is free and anyone can do it. But I would say you have to be a subscriber for 10 or 15 minutes, which makes it harder for somebody to get in. They have to subscribe and follow and wait 15 minutes before they can cause problems. And at that point, if they cause problems, we ban them, and then they have it like 15 minutes before they can subscribe again under a different account. And it really becomes too much work for them to cause a problem. So that's how we've been policing it in the past. I don't want to do members only chats. 80s music. You want to challenge me to bowling for a year's supply of pickles, which I have to ask before I commit to doing something that I know I'm going to lose. Which pickles? I mean, are you able to say that you can have access to a year's supply of spicy maple bourbons? Spicy maple bourbon pickles? Maybe that might be worth me, brushing up on my bowling skills and polishing off my old shoes. It is often hard to get your point across in under 200 characters, so it's easy to misunderstand others. So this isn't the best platform to have certain discussions. Tina, well said. That's why politics they don't fit here. I do believe political discussions are important to have and should be had in your community, people generally in person or in another format. Sometimes email works better, but even then, it's hard to get a feel for sarcasm, the tone of the voice, the tone things are said in, and that means so much. Let's see. Red Pen has admitted to being an addict. Please welcome to the group. Welcome, Red Pen. Appreciate you being here. I'm that far behind in chat, so I'm catching up here. Reviewer says, would you ever consider covering international crime cases if you find them? It would be interesting to see how other countries unfold cases or even chases. Yes, I am. My concern is I don't have a lot to offer as far as insight and how that works. So we'd have to look at it on a case-by-case basis. A lot of us who are watching are U.S. based, although we have like an international group that follows these. It might take a lot of explanation for everyone to understand what's happening, especially if the court system functions differently. For instance, there's a big learning curve on that, but I'm open to that if it's the right case. Let's see. Tag is here. Tag, when did you slip in? Morning, peeps. There it was. Welcome. Good to have you here. MB says, Katrina, all you mods are fantastic at keeping the chat a fun, friendly place, safe place, and I love you all for it. But sometimes I want to reach through my tablet and strangle an idiot. MB, we might have to give you the strangle permission. How are you paid for those of us that have YouTube Premium? Great question, Lane. The YouTube Premium, like I have YouTube Premium, and that's how we don't have ads on some of the things we watch from YouTube. When you watch a show, a portion of that monthly fee you pay goes to the show you watched. So it comes out of your premium membership. It doesn't cost you anymore, but I get a little bit of YouTube Premium revenue when people who have premium watch the show. Let's see. We had 4 in chat. They had 4 in the replay yesterday. Debbie, I'm going to try to fix that. I think after the video goes live, a couple things happen. I actually learned this yesterday. After it goes live, sometimes the chat is not visible for the first 24 hours, and then the chat will show up later. So that's just one thing to know. If you're watching a replay that just occurred, you might not see chat, but it will be there if you go back a day later. The other thing is I think I can change the ads after it goes live. I can turn off those mid-roll ads, which are so frustrating. I hate being in the middle of a car chase and suddenly it's like a commercial for something I don't want. So let me, we have standards. We do. I'm not laughing at you, Lesbo, but we do. Let me look at that and see if I can fix that. I do want to make the videos better for you. Yep. Tag says, I'm YouTube Prime. You get paid when I watch. I'm glad you're here, Tag. Thank you very much. You've been here a lot. I do appreciate you. Okay. Let's see I'll wait 41 seconds for you to get something to write on the right. Who triggered this? How did it? Oh, toxic. This is funny. This is the response you get right there. When you ask for the burner phone number too soon after somebody else has already asked for it. So it looks like you double entered it, and it responds and tells you how long you have to wait before I'll tell you again. Hopefully you realize that some of these responses from me are not actually me typing it. If there's anything that I type that offends you, please let me know. I'll fix the message. but I tried to have some of these responses a little humorous in the chat. Can I have a special emoji that only we know means I'm strangling a newbie, please? MB, yes, we can do that. And with the members, the members get the emojis. They're right now there are like only 4 emojis that the members get. And once there are a certain number of members, then I can make more emojis, and so we can make requests that way. But all members at all levels get the emojis. So if you have a request and you're a member, we can address that. You're limited to my creativity though, because I'm still learning on that front. Thank you, mods. You're doing a great job keeping this channel fun. You are 100%. Let's see. Okay, I caught up on chat. This is for the first time this morning. I'm all the way caught up. I've been hiding for over an hour. Thought I would say hi. Coffee Mom, good to have you here. Thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah, so Debbie, the moral of the story is please skip all the ads you can. That's what I do when I watch YouTube, and I would expect nothing less from you. If you ever get an advertisement that you actually sincerely, deep in your heart, want to support, that would help me. But don't watch the ads in hopes that something comes up that you might be interested in. I'd say skip it. I'd rather have you in chat than have you watching ads to see if you maybe want something. Quick, make him fall behind again. That guy, I just barely caught up. Okay, we're good here. All right, so I didn't see in chat if anyone has a better source for Michigan courtrooms in Isabella County than this one that I linked. I think I'm hoping this is valid. I'm hoping this is where we're going to watch it. What I'm going to do is I'll keep an eye on this during the day. I don't have the time. Maybe some of my internet sleuths out there who can check this and let me know what the time that hearing is. Let's see who that's for. That's the catfish mom, I think is her name. Is that what we're calling that trial? Is it the catfishing mom, or it's the mom that texted her daughter all that awful stuff for a year? A pickle turning blue for the strangling emoji. The emojis have to be 48 pixels by 48 pixels, which is, I've gone through probably 60 different renditions of emojis trying to make them visible and you can tell what it is. And hopefully they're all good now. But I will say that one of the emojis is a throwing gavel. It's a gavel that actually appears to be thrown. So that was cool. But let's see. I didn't know about my YouTube Premium goes to the shows I watch. How cool. I got Premium a long time ago. It drove me nuts when watching YouTube and ads to disrupt the show. Spoil continuity of the program. It does. It's amazing. But yeah, it was when I got the suggestion to go premium to skip the ads, because when I first started, we were trying to watch court cases and just ads all the time. And I'm like, sorry, I'm trying to mute the ads and change the channels and fast forward and skip and things. It's like, it was not worth it. And it was the best move I ever made. I wish I had done it years ago, but it does cost money every month. So, okay. Can we even call her mom? Yeah, man, that guy, she was definitely not mom of the year. Let's put it that way. Crazy. And I think my next purchase here at the desk is going to be a mouse pad, because you guys can hear this nonstop as I'm moving the mouse around, and that would drive me nuts. And I know you guys can hear that, so I'm going to try to get a mouse pad to make that quieter, so we can just focus on what we want to. And there I am making noise again. Okay. Sheep's head theory would be a great topic. I will need your help on that one, TW, because I know next to nothing about it other than that you play, and it takes a lot of dimes to play the way you play. That's all I know. Tag will have the throwing gavel. Run. Yep, it'll happen. Could you have a cutout head of a criminal sitting behind you in your court? Yes. Sometimes, Alias, if you have a background, here's what I'll say. The background has to be something that I can use legally. So it can't be a copyrighted image. But if you'd like me to change the background sometime, if you have like, a jail cell or something, a picture that you have copyright images or you have rights to, whether it's wherever you sourced it, if you have the rights to it, and I can use it that way, I can change my background, and I can be sitting, I can go live from just about anywhere as far as the background goes. If the pickle is blue, then why is it sad? Uh-oh, my coffee mug's empty. I have no more hot chocolate. There's a residue, which I want to lick right now, but that would not look good. Let's see. DMB says, Recover Addict sounds like it would be difficult, but I'd love a lozenge cannon for when these courtrooms are plague-ridden. Oh, we'll have to do something for our coughs for sure. Because that's not going away. That'll always be there. I tried to make things that weren't seasonal, although I do have. I don't remember. I think I have a mug, like a hot chocolate mug. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. I forget what my emojis are already. Mother's just plain nasty. Yeah, well, if we can get the hearing, I'd love to hear, especially if she's going to plead not guilty, because I think we'll hear that at a hearing, at least get an idea as to that. Wait for it. Says I pay for premium memberships but do not join channels. I hope that comes out in the wash for creators who I enjoy watching. It sure does. You just being here is what matters. A subscription, a like on some videos if you like it. That is plenty. That is enough. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So thank you very much for being here. Wait for it. I've got a bolt friend, says Katrina. It's Mom's taxi service today. That's the worst paying taxi service ever. I will say, though, they're very prompt. Very prompt. If you ever want to get somewhere on time, have a Mom's taxi service drive you there. It's been between being a gamer and having been a data entry clerk, says DMB Secondus, I don't even notice your mouse. All mouse and keyboard noises are permanently blocked out of my brain now. Yeah, it's just background noise that's just normal. I used to live at in a house where we were fairly close to the train tracks, probably about, I'd say a little over a quarter mile from a train track, and there was a train whistle. And I remember the first time I was there, the train went through. I'm like, oh my goodness, it sounds like the train's just right down the road. Well, it was just right down the road, but it's like, how many times a day is that going to come through? And then we also were right at the edge of the flight pattern for a U.S. Air Force base. And so every time the planes would come into land, it's like everyone just, the conversation, if you're outside talking to a neighbor, everyone just stands there and talks and stops and just looks at each other for about 20 seconds while the planes fly over. And then they just continue on as if nothing happened, because it's so loud. It's so loud that you cannot hear what's going on. And you just have to just pause and wait. And the first time I was there, I was like, you guys hearing this? Holy cow, first of all, there's a jet a couple 100 feet up in the air going over our house, and everything's shaking, and it was really cool. But it happened all the time, day and night. They do night trainings and stuff. And by the time I moved from that location, which we were there for several years, it was like normal. And I would never even hear it. It's like the jet flew by and you just pause, and then you just keep going. But yeah, the keyboard and mouse noises are like that for me as well. But somebody pointed it out, and now I can hear them again. So I think we're about done here. We're going to watch this trial. I'll go live again if this hearing goes live. When do you plan to release the member chat? I'm excited to join you. Use the emojis. Izzy, let me look at. Give me just 1 second here. YouTube. I want to see if there's anything else I had to do, because it's like a back and forth process we have to go on to make this happen. Your channel, studio, memberships. I think all I have to do is hit the turn on button. Okay, so the emojis I have. Let's see if I can do this. Wait for it. They give me 4 emojis right now to start with. I'm going to bring these up on screen. Wait for it. Here we go. Can you guys see this right here? Oops. First of all, I've got audio that I shouldn't have from the police chase, because I have everything going in the background. These are my 4 emojis over here on the left. We have a pickle. We have a throwing gavel. We have a hot mic, and we have a #1 award, which we can give out to people who win the internet or anything else. But these would be available to members, and then there are badges. The badges change color and ending with purple for how long you've been a member. But these will grow as soon as we have 2. I think we need 2 members. They give me more emojis, and the more members I have, the more emojis I can make. So that's what I've got so far. But let me ask Mrs. R.A. Hold the phone. We'll get some music going here in the background. Let me ask Mrs. R.A. if she thinks it's okay I can hit the button. She's helped me on all of this so far. I want to make sure she's cool with that. says, do it, do it, do it. Let me make this work here for me. Just one more second. Okay. I think the only thing I haven't done is make a video to welcome you yet, but I will do that here soon. But it says turn on channel memberships. You're ready to start welcoming new members to your channel. What happens next? A join button will appear on your video and channel pages. Anyone who clicks will see your membership offer. What you should do, announce your new channel membership to your audience and tell them about the exclusive perks they'll have when they join. I clicked the button. I did it. Okay, we're live. All right, so it starts now. Let me see where I'm at here. So probably tomorrow's show is probably when I'm going to make the announcement as far as the membership and the fact that it's available. Let's see. Some of you like the emojis. Love the emojis. That is wonderful. Ann Kirk says, "Ugh, just got here." Ann, we have a replay just for that reason. But we watched a couple really cool Arkansas chases this morning. Daisy, I'm in Arkansas, so just checking. Daisy, you know all about the state patrol then and how they take no guff from anybody. And if you run from them, they will put you in the ditch. Last Poet, thanks for being here, saying good to see you in Addicts. I'm going to turn this music down here because it's competing with me here. Do you know if the trial starts soon? Debbie, I don't know. The trial we're talking about is the woman who sent texts to her daughter for a year, like bullying texts to her daughter for a year, and then reported it to the school and reported it to the police, and the police took it to the FBI, and the FBI realized that the woman who was reporting it was the one who was sending them. It's a crazy circle. It's just crazy. And I mean, how do you restore that relationship between mother and daughter, where she was the one that was comforting the daughter the whole time all these hateful things were coming in, and she was also the source? It is so twisted. But let's see here. Is that working? DB Secondus, welcome to the gallery. You're a new member. You are our first member, which is awesome. Thank you so much. It's working. Hopefully you can figure out the emojis here. I think I have to tell you how they work. I don't know. I might have to to send a and TW, welcome as well to the gallery. I appreciate both of you. I think we have met the threshold to get more emojis, and so I'll have to go to work on that. So we'll need some suggestions. But that's not all. Tina Pruitt, the gallery is filling up. You'll see on the perks. Hopefully, I haven't shown that yet. I was supposed to tell you what the perks were. You'll see on the perks that a lot of the perks are sort of virtual perks. They're about our inside jokes. Whereas as a gallery member, we give you a reserved seat in the gallery. Where you can come in and anytime we do a live stream, you have a reserved seating. Obviously, that's not something that arrives in the mail type thing, because I want this. Although I wanted to be able to have the opportunity to let people support me financially if they want to, because that's important to keep the channel going. I want to make the channel, and I wanted everyone to know that the channel is going to be the same, that it's not going to switch to skew to be a members only channel. Oh my goodness. Izzy Watts, welcome to the jury as a jury member. So good to have you as well. Weather Watch is a jury member as well. And Katrina is welcome to the gallery. Thank you. You guys are absolutely amazing. I appreciate it so much. I was worried that no one would want to do it. But you guys are amazing. Thank you for the support. This is so cool, says Izzy. Thank you. And we get little badges. MB says, I've done a lot of messed up things in my life, but I've never treated my daughter in a way that doesn't represent the gift she is. Clearly, her mom is very sick. Yeah, it's crazy. MB, hey, I'm not offended in any way. And I also have never done a membership on a YouTube channel. I'll tell you that. But I'm so glad you're here. Hopefully you can stay here and keep censoring as you have done in the past, because we need it. We need it. Katrina, welcome to the gallery. Denise, welcome to the gallery. And Tish as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. You guys are fantastic, and I can't say enough. You guys are amazing. Pauline says, how do you become a member? I don't know. I've never done it before. I think if you look on there should be a join button. I think the join button underneath the video, if you pull it up on the screen, is how to do it. Hearing the excitement in your voice is so amazing. Lindsay, I'm almost emotional. I am emotional, but I can't tell you enough. I love doing this, and the idea that I can keep doing this for a job is thrilling to me. It's fantastic. You're my first channel I've ever purchased a membership for. So Izzy, let me try to do something here. Let me make this work. I think you're supposed to be able to do like a, let's see if, did that emoji appear? It just looks like a white thing to me. Okay. No rush on the, that guy, welcome to the jury. Good to have you here. Lee as well. You guys are amazing. I was planning on doing an announcement at the beginning of next show. MB says, what? I'm going to become a member. You know, I'm technologically challenged. I'm trying to figure stuff out. Hey, just being here is enough, everybody. But thank you so much. Let me tell you, today we're gonna try to do this live stream from Michigan. I think that would be incredibly interesting to follow. Throwing gavel isn't working. I'm gonna have to fix some stuff. Tag, you figured out how to get the item up, but how do we fix the emoji? Okay, I can make them with transparent backgrounds, and it let me load them as GIFs, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to do this. KQD, thank you for joining.
Tish Cortez just sent a super sticker with 20.
You are amazing is the chat. Tish, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I feel bad because we have nothing. I have nothing to show you. I was just going to wrap up the show. I wasn't, I'm excited to turn it on, but I didn't know what was going to happen. We were going to try to do this on another day, but thank you so much. We might go back and watch the chase or the impact. I think I told you guys I was going to go back and watch that first impact. Did I close that down? Let's see. For those that missed the Arkansas chase earlier, let's see. That was the one with the money. Okay, here we go. If you missed the chase we started out with, Arkansas does things differently. They don't mess around when it comes to police chases, so we're going to bring this up here just for a minute. There we go. Whoops. Bring it up for a longer minute than that. Switcher 3. Okay. And audio from 3. There we go. This is the chase that we started out with, where basically Arkansas, they don't care. They're going to put you in the ditch.
Next major intersection is going to be Brown Tyson to the left, Hutton Lane to the right. Traffic light, and I've got Springville Public Service.
7, thank you. Welcome to the gallery. if you hit exclamation point seat, if you remember, if you write in chat and write exclamation point seat, it should usher you all to your new assigned seating. Whether that's in the jury box or on the comfy attorney chair, if you spent for the big leather chair. There we go. Welcome, Izzy Watts. Please take your reserved member seat on the front row. It's working. Tag, thanks for joining the gallery. Very much appreciate you. I love ride-alongs with police officers. And we can see, like in this video, it is light right now. The reason why it goes from light to dark is because the car turns. You can see already that he has his spotlight out. You saw there just a minute ago. So it's like dusk, but he's headed towards the sunset. So the camera's really picking up the light really well right here. This is it right here. Watch it. Boom. That is the pit maneuver of pit maneuvers. It put him in the ditch. I mean, that was incredible. So you've got flashlights out now. It's bright in the car because of the light in the car is being lit by the flashlights and the flashing lights. But once that turns off, it gets pretty dark on the camera. That guy, I have to do some work on these emojis. I don't know why they're not moving the way they should. That was awesome. Let's watch it again. Here we go. We'll watch it one more time. Just the impact. Screw your car and mine. You ain't getting away. Here it comes. And that was full on broadside. I mean, that was just like pow. Samantha, thank you so much. Welcome. I got eyes on him. Yeah, the amazing part of this one is afterwards the money they're counting, just the stacks of cash that I think they pulled out of his pocket. They do say that he was throwing baggies of something for quite a while. It's possible that guy, you might need to restart the feed to have the change take place, since I just took it in midstream. But Samantha says, "Go me, I did it all by myself." The smoke and lights remind me of a great techno party I went to. I'm impressed, Tag, first of all, that you can remember if it was that good of a party. Some of those parties are hard to remember, I hear. But yeah, you had better music than the siren, though, I'm sure. Lindsay says, "Recovery Addict, have you ever seen the chase out of LA where the suspect begins throwing money out in the hood?" Yes. Oh my goodness. And like he sort of does like the same loop in the same area. He like goes through over and over, just back and forth as he's, you know, like allowing people to come out and to the street, and people are cheering him on and stuff, and they're throwing money as they go through. Every time they pass somebody, it's like, "Hey, you get free money and you get free money." I think it was a bank robbery. I think that's the idea. Let's see. Let's see. I will say this. The Little Miss, you've got a point. If you can't get to the membership, tap one of the green members at the top and you'll get the buy membership option. There's also an option where you can turn on gifts in the channel. And you can say, turn on, be able to receive gifts. And if someone ever purchases a gift membership for someone else, YouTube sort of gives those out based on who participates in the channel a lot. So if somebody purchases a gift membership, they don't get to choose who it goes to. YouTube sort of calculates that, but YouTube uses an algorithm to say who's been in the channel a lot, who's participating a lot, who's a frequent subscriber, things like that, and it will dole out gifts if they're ever purchased. We should watch the chase. They lit up the girl with the pepper balls here recently. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. And just that fast, Weather Watch came in. You gifted a membership. So somebody out there has a gifted membership. And if you do get one, looks like Carolyn Black. Carolyn Black says, "Sweet. Weather Watch, thank you for gifting membership to Carolyn Black." Appreciate that. That's amazing. I'm glad all these parts are working. I was worried that having never done this before, how it would work or if it would work. Look at this officer as he's counting. First of all, yes, you guys haven't mentioned that he is like a hunk and he's a model in his other life, but he's never seen money this big. His eyes are so big. Every time he looks at the camera, he's like, "Whoa! Look at all this cash." But Pauline, we can figure it out for you. Don't feel like you have to join. Obviously, everyone who's joined, thank you so much. I appreciate you more than I can express. If you really want to join, we can figure it out. It might take another device, Pauline, like on a computer or something like that, if maybe it's not loading on your device for some reason. I think in the chat, at the bottom of the chat, there's like a little $ symbol or something. I'm not sure if that was it. But how does this work for different countries? Toxic, I don't know. I think YouTube should convert it, but I'm not sure. I don't know how to do a foreign currency version. But I know we've had a super chat that came in from South Africa. It was like 5,000 somethings in South African francs or something. I'm not sure which one it was, but it converted to like $8 or something cents. Seven, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, the sign-in chat doesn't do anything but super chat and super stickers. And yes, it'll be converted to US dollars whenever the stream's from. So I think there should be a join button then. Tag helps the cops count the money. That's 1 for you, 2 for me, 1 for you, 20 for me. Yeah, it's payday. All the cops are like, we can split this 6 ways. There's enough for everybody. Most of the times the CC company will convert on their side. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how it works. I wish I could answer the question a little better for you, Toxic. I'm sorry. The cop is counting the car insurance deductible. Yeah, that car is probably totaled just with that impact. It's probably messed up the frame. TW, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. So wonderful to have you. And Ginger, thank you very much as well for becoming a member. Seems to me they should gather the money and count at the station. Yes, but at the same time, before it's taken from the scene, they want to have multiple eyes on it at all times, so that the officer who takes it to the station, doesn't accidentally lose half of it on the way down to the station. I lost a firearm that way that I found and turned in to the police. It got lost and never made it to the police station, which is really, really frustrating. Cops buying mugs. I was like, yeah, it's going to be a good Christmas here. I wish I could afford a car wreck like that. Yeah, we know why he ran, and I think he threw most of the drugs. So he basically ran until he could get rid of all the baggies. And we'd have to go back and watch. I didn't see any baggies fly from the car, but the cop wasn't close enough most of the time to see it. They must count the money at the scene and in full view of the camera. Right, and you saw them adjust the camera just so that they could do this. And that's why you've got the other officer there. Eventually it gets to the point where he's like, I lost count. There's so much money. And the officer with the flashlight here, he starts holding up fingers. Okay, there's 200. There's 300. So you can count the... Daisy, I'm not sure. I think going back, they mentioned a city... It was like Springfield. I thought Spring was in there. They're collecting for RA memberships. They can at least afford 2 with what they have right there. We know it was in Arkansas, but I have to go back. This video came out without any outside information. It doesn't have additional anything. So it was a bit of a bummer that way, but it was a good video, so I wanted to share it anyway. If you push the techno button, do I have a techno button? Let's see, what's the closest thing to techno I have is... let's see. It's like... This is the closest to techno music I have. And it's not really techno. Don't forget to carry the 1, right? Unless you're doing Common Core math, which is a little bit different. With Springdale. Pickles, thank you very much. Awesome. Anyway, I just want to say thank you, everybody who's joined us today for this the Arkansas Ride Along, which is just great. It's not a police chase from the sky, but it's even better because it puts us right in the passenger seat. Or I guess really it's sort of between the passenger and the driver's seat is where we watch this from. But thank you for being here. Thanks for all of you who have been here from the get-go, for all the support you've shown this channel, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for those who have become members today and who are able to support me financially. It means the world to me and Mrs. RA as well. It helps us to be able to continue doing what we're doing right here. MB, I'll figure it out with you. I just got your text. One option is fine. One option is fine. But we'll get in touch and try to fix the hiccups and the problems. I think I'm going to fix some emojis here as well. 900 from my count, but still enough to replace the car. No, it was a total loss. The car is probably worth more than that before. Hey, let me see if I can get Mrs. RA in here. This guy, he's blaming the cops still for his running from the police and then pitting him. He's blaming the cops.
I would expect nothing less. That is awesome. That is really awesome stuff. Congratulations. That's really cool. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Apparently, I am not close enough to the mic. But that's amazing. I had no idea. I have not been watching. But that is awesome. Thank you.
Had not been watching. She's doing school with the kids, so she hasn't been watching. But thank you very much. 16 new members today. But thank you. You guys are amazing. Have an amazing day. It's almost Friday. We've got to play the regular music to end. We will be back tomorrow, either with more police chases, action like that, or maybe we'll be back later today with some court out of Michigan with that mom. It's just bizarre. I hope she doesn't plead not guilty. I don't want to see that go to trial because, unfortunately, that daughter would be pulled up and have to sort of relive that same experience again. So I'm hoping she pleads guilty on this one and that she's just going to get a sentence and make it. Start to make amends. I don't know how you do that, but the man should be ashamed. It's very much so. Oh, it's okay, Toxic. I got the comment in before you hit it, so I didn't realize it was probably a mistake. Yeah, Mrs. RA is teaching the kids. We do homeschool here, so she's busy doing that today. She is worth every penny. She's worth more than that. She is absolute gold. Love her. She's amazing. I'm not ready to go, says Laura. Neither am I, but I need to do some more homework. Obviously, I've got some emojis to fix. I have to chase down what's happening up here in Michigan. I will go live again. If that Michigan trial, if that hearing is aired, we'll go live with that if I can get that feed. Other than that, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. to do the same thing, to have more fun. Please don't forget to notify if you go live again. Little Miss, what would be the best... I struggle with Discord, quite honestly. I'm not the best at keeping that up to date. I did have a little bit of a notification here. Do you want me to do like a community page? Oops. Do you want me to do like a community page update or something? See y'all later. Thanks for being here, Tiffany. Hugs for all. You guys are amazing. Please, when you go home tonight, give hugs to everybody you love. Smile at somebody, make their day better. And please, please stay safe till we go live again tomorrow or this afternoon if Michigan comes on. Thanks a lot, guys.